Hello, I'm Pastor Jeff from Lutheran Church the Resurrection. Thanks for joining me for my Lenten devotionals. Here we are working our way through the Gospel of Luke and then Acts of the Apostles. We're on Wednesday, March 3rd, which is Luke 15. You know, Luke 15 is really probably one of the most famous of all the chapters in Luke's Gospel because we have the famous parables of the lost. We have the lost sheep, the lost coin, and the lost son. Now, the lost sheep and the lost coin we find in other places, but the parable of the prodigal son or the lost son, or if you prefer, the parable of the forgiving father, is only found in Luke. Now, I think what's interesting is as we read these, is to think about the audience. So Jesus is with the tax collectors. He's with the sinners, Luke tells us. But then it is the Pharisees and the scribes who are also there. And they're the ones that are grumbling. And so Jesus is kind of in between these two groups. And what's really interesting about the parables is when you think about it, what does the sheep do in order to be found? Well, it does nothing other than get lost. It might be bleating, I guess, or baaing, or somehow out in the wilderness, but notoriously sheep will wander away, and it is the initiative of the shepherd that seeks out the sheep. Now, the same thing with the coin. What does the coin do to get found? Well, a coin by definition is inanimate and can't do anything. It's just lost. And so here, the woman who represents God is the one who, again, initiates all the actions. And so it is with the prodigal or the lost son. You know, he has this great speech about how he's so sorry, etc. But he's not even able to get the words out. Did you notice that? He can't even begin his great rehearsed, "I'm sorry," that the Father is now running towards him, giving him the very tangible manifestations of forgiveness, right? The food and the ring and the robe. Well, it doesn't end there. The final part of the lost son is this conversation between the father and the older son. And the father doesn't condemn the older son either. But he certainly compels him to join in the rejoicing of that which is found. Apparently there is great joy in heaven when God is reconciled to those whom God loves. Why don't we think about that as we have our devotional thought today? Where is it that we might be called to reconcile to each other? God bless you.